A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually see which competitors are bidding on the exact keywords that you are inside of Google Ads, and I'm going to show you what to do with the information. So all you need to do is go into your campaigns, go find a random search campaign, and I might select this one, Plumber Near Me, and we might select Plumber Brisbane, so click on that one, and then we're going to click on Auction Insights. So click there, and then I'm going to explain what the heck this even means. So right now we can see that we have 20 competitors bidding on Plumber Brisbane in the same location that we are. So these are all the competitors, and here's us down here. So you need to filter this information. So we'll go impression share first and click on that one. So we can see, who's got the top impressions. So what this means is how many times your ad actually shows up for the auctions that you're eligible for, right? So if you're eligible for 100% of auctions and I'm only seeing 22% here for me, that means I've got a 80% improvement, right? And you're not ever going to get 100%. No one ever does, not even close to like 90 or 80 sometimes, depending if it's a brand campaign. But this shows you that we're in the top 5 roughly. We're seeing that this competitor is showing up most of the time, so we would probably want to investigate these guys' landing pages and their Google Ads if we go to Google Ads Transparency Center, which I'll show you how to use in a second. Now, in terms of overlap rate, a lot of people ask this and they're like, why have we got a dash here? Let me explain in simple terms. You can never overlap with yourself, so that's why there's a dash there. You can never be position above rate, so that's going to be a dash. You can never outrank yourself, so it's going to be a dash, and that's why they're dashes. So with the overlap rate, it's how many times these people are actually showing up in the same ads as us. So 53% of the time, these guys show up in the same ads we do. And so what that simply means is, like, let's say that someone types in Plumber Brisbane, and then we show up, and then that competitor shows up with us, but there's only limited number of sponsored ads that can show up at any one time. Not all 20 people can be in the top 3. It's not going to happen. Not all 20 people are going to be in the top first page either. Not going to happen. When we do show up, which other competitors out of these actually show up at the same time as us? And that's what the overlap rate is. It's like, okay, well, 53% of the time, or 5 out of 10 times, these guys show up at the same time we do. And then you got position above rate. So how many times are these guys showing up above our ads? So if we look at the explainers, how often another advertiser's ad is in the same auction shows up higher position than you? So we're seeing that 8 out of 10 times, these guys are beating us in ad rank. They're showing up above us. So if we're the second ad on the search results, these guys are always the first ad, if you want to explain it simply like that. Top of page rate simply means the top 3 search results. So the top 3 or top 4 sponsored ads that you see above the organic rankings, that's what top of page rate is. So therefore, we're seeing that these guys are showing up 93% of the time in those top spots, right? So it's how often your ad or another advertiser, depending on which row you're viewing, these rows show up in the top spots, right? We're shown in the top ads, so those top spots. So these guys are showing up 93% of the time there, 82% of the time there, etc. We're only showing up 72% of the time in the top spots, right? And then we've got absolute top of page rate. This simply means, and I'll filter this so that I can see it a little bit better, we're all the way down here, so we're 13%. So absolute simply means the absolute first sponsored ad, so number 1, right? If you can get in that first position. So we're seeing that these guys here are showing up number 1 40% of the time, so 4 out of 10 times, which is pretty big. So they might have big budgets, they might have better landing pages and ad rank. We might be bidding on maximize conversions or maximize conversion value, but they might be bidding on impression share. So they might be setting their campaign settings to impression share, and they might be bidding a lot of money to get 90% of the time as the top spot. I hope that made sense. The outranking share, the next one. So this is how often your ad ranked higher in the auction than another advertiser. So we're outranking these guys by 22% of the time, 22%, 22. It's a fairly even split, simply because you're going to be rotating the number of advertisers that you show up alongside with. Now, we can see that based on the overlap rate with these guys, it's 53% of the time, but we outrank them only 12% of the time. So they're beating us in ad rank and impression share and a few different metrics. So what do you do with this information? Well, we might want to take a look at these guys and say, well, what ads are they running, right? So we've got their website. We might pull that open. We might go to Google Transparency Center. I might type in Australia because that's where these guys are. We hit this, and then you might be able to see that there. If you don't see that down there, you just go show more results if it wants to click. And then when you see this screen, you just go by domain, and then you click on this one here, just in case you're having issues actually seeing their ads. Then click see all ads here. You'll be able to see the kind of ads that they're running. So you see that this is probably a brand campaign, Dan's Plumbing, Strathfield, etc. It's a lot of their brand name at the front, Dan's Plumbing, etc. It might be a personal element to it, since it's got a person's name or nickname here, it makes it more personalized, and it feels like you're going to get the actual plumber to come to you, etc., instead of some conglomerate. There might be a few reasons, but no one's ever going to tell you, like, this is the reason these guys' ads are working. It's not going to happen. Like, you have to make inferences based on this data and be like, they're using numbers. We're not using numbers. We should try that out. Or they're using dynamic location insertion. We should try that out as well. We should try, like, just to fix Dan's plumbing or whatever the equivalent is for you, right? So you're going to have to make these inferences. This was what advertising is about. This is why marketers exist. With their website itself, just having a look, why are they getting high conversions? Like, they've got their USPs, they've got a bit of social proof here, they've got even more social proof at the top, so they're not mucking around. They've got some savings. Like, a lot of plumbers actually don't do this. They don't show, like, massive savings and stuff. Big numbers, big call to action buttons, etc., which is good. They've got good ad rank and all that kind of jazz. So just going through, they're reminding people, like, call this number. Yeah, it's fine. Like, this works. So there must be a reason why this works so well, and they're probably sending people to individual landing pages and location-based landing pages. Take these guys and think, okay, well, how can we kind of take little bits and pieces from them, like little ideas, to improve our conversion rate, right? It might be adding more reviews. It might be all sorts of stuff, right? This is where A/B testing comes in. So I hope that helps with the auction insights on a per keyword basis. If you look at auction insights on the campaign level, it's not going to give you accurate data because not all competitors are bidding on the same keywords as you. So just an FYI. So I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, let me know. More than happy to answer, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.